Come on, y'all, get into prayer attention. We have been away too long. Come on, stand up. There we go. All right. Okay, let's go. Dear Lord, I pray that as we go into our club session this afternoon, that you will bless all our proceedings. I pray that we will all be able to learn something new, dear Lord, and help us to be able to put it into practice as we go through another week with you. Is my prayer in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Okay. So, Sana, we'll start with your song, and you'll pick up your song. All right, let's hear your song.
Is it me?
Yes, we'll start with your song.
Well, I choose It's Bubbling.
It's bubbling. All right. Okay, it's bubbling. Everyone, unmute your mics. We're singing now. We are singing now. All right, so unmute your mics. Let's go. It's bubbling. 3, 4.
It's bubbling, it's bubbling, it's bubbling. In my soul, I'm singing, I'm shouting. Jesus made me whole. Sometimes I'm but I can't keep it quiet. It's a baby alive. In my
So, all right. Okay, so we had someone else, another volunteer. Kaya?
Kaya?
You had a song for us?
Yes.
All right, let me hear your song. And you pick up your song.
I love the pit pit patter of the raindrops.
I love the pit pit patter of the raindrops. All right, let's go. 3, 4.
I love the pit pit patter of the raindrops. I love the buzz buzzing of the bee. But the thing I know that is a very, very, very best is to know, is to know God loves me.
All right. Any other songs? Any other volunteers? One more song? One more song?
Which one?
No one has a song?
And I think that's a song after that.
Let me hear your song.
Read your Bible.
All right, go ahead.
Read your Bible.
All right, let's go. 3, 4.
Read your Bible. Pray every day. Pray every day. Pray every day. Read your Bible. Pray every day. And grow, 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 grow. And grow, Don't forget to pray and don't forget to pray. Forget to pray. Next year, Bible, forget to pray. And you shrink, 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 shrink. And you shrink, shrink, shrink. And you shrink, shrink. Let your Bible forget to pray. And you shrink, I'm shrinking, shrink, shrink, shrink.
Right. Very good, everyone. Okay, so in the interest of time, let's go ahead. Sorry that not everyone is here to participate today, but that's fine. We'll go ahead as usual.
That's fine.
Okay, so for our devotion today, let me just share my screen. Everyone seen my screen?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so I will be starting a series, okay? And it's basically we'll be going through the Bible, right? And today we'll be starting at the beginning. So anyone can tell me what happened in the beginning?
Yes.
Anyone tell me what happened in the beginning?
Made the heaven and the earth.
Okay, God made the heaven and the earth, right? So the first,
And God called the sun day and called the moon night.
all right. So the first part, the first thing, the first story that we'll be getting into is when God made everything. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so right. So who can anybody can anybody tell me who made us? Everyone right now? Yes, God. Right? So God made us, right? So who made us? The Bible, God's word tells how the human race began. Long ago, God made the very first man and named him Adam. God made Adam out of the dust of the earth. When God breathed life into Adam, he came alive. He found himself in a beautiful garden called, what's the name of the garden? Anyone knows?
Eden.
Yeah, right, okay. But remember, before Adam was made, God had to make a home for Adam. So before God made Adam, he made a beautiful world filled with wonderful things. Step by step, God made hilly places and prairie spaces, fragrant flowers and tall trees, brightly feathered birds, and buzzing bees, wallowing whales, and slippery snails. In fact, God made everything there is. Everything. You all know that? God made everything there is. Okay?
Water. Island.
So, in the very beginning, before God made anything, there was nothing except God. No people, or places, or things, nothing. No light and no darkness. No up and no down. No yesterday and no tomorrow. There was only God who had no beginning. Then God acted. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep. Then God spoke. And what was the first thing God said? Anyone can tell me?
Let there be light. Let there be light.
Let there be light. And what happened when he said, let there be light?
There was light.
After he said, let there be light, there was light. And there was light. God called the light. What did he call the light?
Day.
And he called the darkness?
Day.
And what did he call the darkness?
Day.
Night. Right? And the evening and the morning were the first day. Yes, I heard you, Sana. Yes, he did call it day. On the second day, God brought the waters of the ocean, seas, and lakes into order in heaven. And on the third day, God said, let the dry land appear, and it happened. God also commanded the grass and flowers and shrubs and trees to appear, and they appeared. And the evening and the morning were the third day. Then God made the sun and the moon and so many stars that nobody can count them. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. Can anyone count the stars?
Yes.
You can count the stars?
No.
I cannot
I
count the
can.
stars. Nobody in the whole world can count the stars.
I can count. I could count them.
Mm-hmm. But you wouldn't reach very far, right? So you might be able to count them, but you may not reach very far.
I could count all the stars.
You could count all the stars? All right, you need to show us that. Sea creatures and fish and birds were next on God's list. On the fifth
Okay,
day,
a swordfish.
He made big, right? Swordfish and tiny
and
what?
a bird.
Tiny
And
sardines,
flowers.
long-legged ostriches, and happy little hummingbirds. God made every kind of fish to fill earth's waters, and every kind of bird to enjoy the land and sea and sky. And the evening and the morning were the fifth day. After that, God spake again. He said, let the earth bring forth living creatures. Every kind of animal and insect and reptile came into being. There were earth-shaking elephants and busy beavers, mischievous monkeys and clumsy crocodiles, wiggly worms and cheeky chipmunks, gangly giraffes and purring pussycats. Every kind of animal was made by God that day. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day.
The seventh day God
God
rested.
did something else on the sixth day, something very special. Anyone can tell me what else he made on the sixth day?
He made
human.
man.
A man. And what was the name of the man?
Adam.
Right, Adam. So God did something else on the sixth day, something very special. Everything was now ready for man. There was food in the fields and animals to serve him. And God said, let us make man in our own image. Let him be Lord over everything on the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created him. And God spoke to Adam, eat what you wish from the garden, but do not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. If you eat from that tree, you will surely die. And the Lord said, it is not good that man should be alone. I will make a helper for him. God brought all the birds and beasts and animals, and Adam named them all. He must have been very clever to do so. But among all the birds and beasts, there was no suitable partner for Adam. God brought Adam into a deep, deep sleep, removing one of the sleeping man's ribs. God formed woman from Adam's rib. The woman God made was exactly right to be a partner for Adam. And what was her name?
Eve.
Eve, all right. God made everything in 6 days. Then God blessed the seventh day and made it a day of rest. And what is the name of that day of rest?
Sabbath.
All right. Very good.
Birthday.
In the Garden of Eden, Adam and Eve, his wife, had perfect happiness obeying God. God was their Lord, their provider, and their friend. Okay, so that story was taken from Genesis 1 and 2. All right, so this series continues. Next, we'll be dealing with the Garden of Eden. All right. Okay, so y'all could go ahead and read from Genesis 3 forward if you all want to study ahead. Okay, so you could be ready for next time. All right. So that was our devotion for today. Okay, so that's the first story coming out of the Bible.
The end.
All right, so let's go quickly into our proceedings. All right. So who wants to volunteer to do our pledge? See Sana hands up already. Our pledge, law, and song. Okay, so we have plenty of volunteers again.
We have the little ones. Last time we had the big ones, now we having the little ones.
Little one? All right, so I think Nathaniel should do it since he didn't get to do a song first. All right, so let's go into our pledge dance song. Adventurers, attention! We need to get back outside. We need to get back outside, y'all. We need to get back sharp. All right, so we stand at attention everywhere. So Nathaniel, go ahead.
For the arms.
No, that's not correct. What we say first when we go about to do our pledge? Present arms.
Present arms.
Present arms. All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Present arms.
Go.
Me, I will always do my best. Because Jesus loves me, I will always do my best. Because Jesus loves me, I will always do my best.
Okay. All right, order arms. Next, the adventurer. Go. Go, Nathaniel.
Yeah, adventurers.
Jesus wants me.
Jesus wants to be obedient, be pure, be true, be kind, be respectful, be attentive, be humble, be cheerful, be thoughtful, be reverent.
Right. Next, the song. Adventurous song. Go.
We are adventurers at home, at school, at play. We are adventurers. We're learning every day to be honest, kind, and true, to be like Jesus, true and true. We are adventurers. One more time, we are adventurers. At home, at school, at play. We are adventurers. Learning every day to be honest, kind, and true, to be like Jesus, true and true. We are adventurers.
All right. Okay. Have a seat, everyone. Okay. So, this evening, I'm not seeing. Okay. Well, this afternoon we'll be doing an award, right? So we'll be getting straight into it. It's the First Aid Award. First Aid Award. And it will be hosted by Auntie and honorary instructor for the day, Krystle. Right, so I think we begin right into it, but I'm not seeing her. Your mommy ready, Sana?
Just now, Uncle Jerome.
Oh, she wants to wait for she needs to wait for a while. We need to wait for a while.
I am coming back.
What's that? Oh, she'll be back. Okay.
I'm coming back.
No problem.
Hey, Jerome.
Hey. Yeah, you ready?
Oh, yeah. Give me 10 seconds.
All right, no problem.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 seconds up.
That's Anna. Yes, thanks. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon,
Good
Mommy.
afternoon.
Good afternoon, Auntie Krystle.
All right. So this
Good afternoon.
hey, Liam, Kaya, Elena,
Hi,
Nathaniel, Sophia, Azalea. Sorry. Okay, everybody. Yes. So this afternoon, I'm going to talk to you all about a special award. I don't know if Uncle Jerome said it already. Tanya, don't answer. Oh, he said it already?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to talk to you about the First Aid Award. So Uncle Kevon is going to put up a PowerPoint for me. and you follow together. So you see that little logo with the cross, the red cross on it?
All of us do it.
You all seen the PowerPoint? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, good. So that little logo, that little triangle with the red cross on it, that's actually how the award looks, right? It's the first aid award sign or logo, right? We'll go to the next slide. So who can tell me what first aid is? Anybody has any ideas?
Safety.
What is first aid?
Safety.
Safety, okay, it definitely has to do with safety. Anybody else? Any ideas? All right, so first aid, as the name suggests, is the first thing you do, the thing you do right away to help, to give help to a person who is suffering, right? So it's the first things you do to give help to a person who is suffering. So a person who has been hurt in some way, whether it's something minor like a little cut or bruise.
Or like
or
if they sprain their ankle.
Yes, if they sprain their ankle, or if it's something more serious that requires them to be taken to the hospital after. So first aid is the first set of help that somebody is given when they have an injury, whether a minor injury or a serious injury. Now, yeah, go ahead. All right, so I want you all to remember 3 P's before we go to the slide. 3 P's to remember. So first aid is P's, right? So the first one is to preserve life. It's to what?
Preserve life.
Preserve life. What does that mean though? Liam? Liam, answer just now or Nathaniel?
Kaya.
Hmm?
Kaya.
Kaya, you want to tell me what it means?
Use.
Preserve.
I know.
Hold on. Kaya, you know what it means?
Krystle,
Yes, Kaya?
may you explain what that means?
Okay, so preserve life means just to make sure that somebody continues living well, right? So you don't want them to get hurt further and you don't want them to die, of course. So to preserve life means that you're going to make sure that they stay alive. Right, the second P, I'm going to ask you questions after. So the second P is to prevent further injury. So to prevent them from getting hurt more. So you want to keep them safe, right? You don't want to, if they have one cut, you don't want them to fall again and get another cut. Or if they got cut. Right, or if they got cut from, say, a glass, you want to move the glass from the area so that they don't get another injury or another cut. So to prevent further injury and then to promote recovery. So you want, that simply means that you want them to get better. You want to help fix the injury. So to preserve life, you want to keep them alive. You want to prevent further injury, meaning you don't want them to get hurt further. And you want to promote recovery, which means you want to fix the problem and you want them to get better, right? So you all got those 3 P's? All right. So it's 3. Right, so what is needed? So how many of us have a first aid kit at home? Let me see.
I have a first aid kit.
Yeah, so this
I have a first aid kit too.
Yeah, so this is our first aid kit. You all are seeing this?
Not happy. Can I show them us?
All right. If you have one, you can go and get it and we can go through and see what we have in them and if we need it. Or
they have a family on it.
All right, so I'll just give them a few seconds to get the kit.
What's that?
Hold on, I'll butcher it, right?
Hello? Oh, what's this?
All right, everybody's back? All right, so Kaya has a first aid kit. Anybody else? I'm not seeing everybody. Hold on. Auntie has this here. All right, so Kaya, I see your first aid kit and it has a similar logo to ours. Right, so what is needed? What do we need in our first aid kit? What do you think we need? Nathaniel, what do you?
Do it. Can I?
You can do it together, maybe.
Can I? You want to zip some?
Nathaniel? Nathaniel, name one thing you think we need in our first aid kit.
Open it quickly so you can tell Auntie Krystle what you have in your first aid kit.
Plaster. Gloves.
Somebody said plasters, yes?
Elena said plasters.
Or gloves. Nathaniel, you said gloves. Eleni, you said plasters. I'm not sure who spoke. Right, so that's correct. So look, I have some plasters here. Oh, I'm missing my gloves, but I had gloves a while ago. I have some gloves. Anything else? Azalea or Azaria? Azalea or Azaria?
Tweezers.
Tweezers, yes, that's correct. Look, I have a tweezer here. That's correct. We'll talk about what some of them are used for. What else? Kaya, you have something in your hand there. Some scissors. Yes, you could have scissors too. Anything else?
Yeah, they have scissors.
A light.
Okay, yes, you could have a light. That might come in very handy if the injury occurs in the dark.
Here.
You could read this word.
What is
Kaya, pull
needed?
down your shirt, please.
Anybody can read that word? A bandage. Right, so we have plasters, we have bandages.
We have
What is
gauze.
Yes, we have some, okay, yes.
Alcohol swabs in here as well.
The alcohol swab.
Right.
Alcohol swabs.
Alcohol swabs or aseptic.
Alcohol swabs.
An emergency blanket.
Right, an emergency blanket is important.
Blanket.
Right, we have some sterile gauze. Sterile means that it's clean.
A thermometer.
Correct, a thermometer. Where's my thermometer?
It's right here.
All right.
A thermometer.
And then what's this thing I have in my hand? Can you see?
An emergency something.
It's a type of bandage, and I'll show you a little video on how it's used. So this one is used to make a sling, like if you injure your arm or your shoulder or your hand.
I didn't make a sling. I made something.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
something to work, baby.
All right. Listen. Okay, so if you don't have a first aid kit at home, I'm going to send you all a list at a later date of some of the things we need. And you can use a shoebox and you can make your own first aid kits at home. Just in case of emergencies, you have all these things at hand.
You can try to make a plaster.
Yes. So, all right. So, go back one. Right. So, first aid and action.
This one?
Yes, thanks. All right. So, some of the pictures here show what first aid involves, right? So if you get a cut or a wound, so we'll discuss a few examples of how we can use first aid, right? So if I fall, say I fall in church, or I fall at home and I get a cut on my knee, what's the first thing that somebody can do to help me to make sure that...
Give you a plaster.
Before a plaster?
Get a first aid kit.
Yeah, you can get your first aid kit, and I know your first aid kit is full of all the things we need. So what's the first thing we need to do? Yeah, so we could wash it off. You see that first picture I have there?
Yeah.
What are you seeing in the picture?
So wash your hands.
Right, so somebody is washing their hands. So first of all, if we're going to help somebody, we need to make sure that our hands are clean so that we're not causing them more injury or an infection, right? We're not giving germs to them, right? So we wash our hands. If somebody has a cut, you know that we can wash off the cut first. You can
put it under water, not soap, because soap can burn.
Soap could burn it. So you could wash it off simply with some water first, and then you could use something called, what's this?
A plaster. Savlon.
Yeah, something like Savlon and sterile or clean gauze to clean the area. And then
put a plaster.
Right, Kai said a plaster, right, Kai? Right? So, yes, so you can put a plaster depending on how big the cut or the wound is. You could put you might need a tiny plaster, you might need a bigger plaster, or you might need some gauze.
A sling?
Yes, we'll come to the slings. Hold on. All right. So what if I had? So I just helped Azaria. She had a cut in church, right? And I helped her out. I cleaned up her wound, and it's okay now. It stopped bleeding and stuff. So I took off her plaster. It stopped bleeding. She didn't need it anymore. And then somebody else fell down when I was driving home. I saw somebody on the side of the road, so I stopped to help them again. Could I use back that same plaster? Can I put back on that same plaster on their cut?
No.
Why not?
One.
This is still a plaster.
A new one.
Blood, and you still might have germs on your
Right.
skin.
So it will be dirty. It might have lots of germs on it. And if I put that on another wound on the same person or on a different person, I could be introducing infection, or I could be transferring germs to this new cut that they have, and that would prevent their cut from healing. It will make it worse.
And it still mightn't be sticky anymore.
Well, it might be sticky for sure. Right? But we really need to prevent. Remember, one of the things we said with first aid, we want to prevent further injury or prevent the person from getting more hurt. So we want to help them. We don't want to introduce germs to them and make the situation worse, right? So always use clean things. So everything in your first aid kit is usually sterile. The gauze is sterile, which means it's clean. Right, all the plasters are clean.
Especially alcohol swabs.
Alcohol swabs are clean. If you're going to use a thermometer or a tweezer for somebody, you have to clean it first with alcohol swabs. Yes, Elena?
I have a scab right here.
You have a what?
Scab.
A scarf?
A scab.
A scab?
Scab.
Oh, you have a cut that's healing?
Yeah.
And I have a cut on my back.
Yeah. All right, so we have to take care of that scab. Don't pick the scab or take it off. Let it heal up well, right?
Because it might itch.
It might itch. While it's healing, it itches. I'll explain after. All right, so anybody ever had a nosebleed? That's another thing we could address with first aid. Anybody ever had a nosebleed?
I think
No.
when I was small,
You had a nosebleed when you blow your nose too much.
Yeah.
Okay, so look at the picture below, the one with the red X on it. When we have a nosebleed, or if you see somebody's nose bleeding, you could advise them to pinch the part that's bleeding, right? So press down on it because you want to stop the blood flow. And instead of putting their heads back, you actually want to put it forward.
Why?
Right? So that's quick to stop a nosebleed and to help a situation very, very quickly. All right? So
do this.
What's that, Leo? Oh, not seeing Nathaniel. Nathaniel, what did you say?
Usually in school.
I do this too.
Yes, you demonstrate. Okay, thank you. Thanks for demonstrating. All right, and then we could apply something cold to the area, and that also helps to stop the bleeding. So these are simple things. You could go and get some ice and help somebody out quickly, and then they can get further help in a hospital or health facility if needed, right? So these are quick things that we can do as children, as adults, to help somebody. All right, so somebody said we need a tweezer in our first aid kit. I have a little blue tweezer. Why do you think we need a tweezer in our first aid kit? Anybody?
Like,
if somebody shoots you,
raise your hand and I'll call on you. Yes, Liam.
Because some small things does get in our skin and we need tweezers to like pull it out and things.
Okay, to pull out what? Sorry? Small things. Small things. Okay.
Or maybe like if you're trying to take out somebody's stomach and you don't want to dirty up your hands, you could use the tweezer and take it out.
Their stomach.
Gloves.
I showed Sana some pictures about a surgery on a baby this week. So
You need gloves.
you need gloves. Your hands need to be clean, right? And as you all said, it could be used to take out very little things. So if I get like a splinter, what's a splinter?
Tiny cut.
Piece of glass.
Right, it could be a little piece of glass or even a little piece of wood or anything tiny that gets into you.
Or little cut.
Yeah, a thorn could be taken out with a tweezer as well.
Something pointy like
or a little cut.
Yeah, like a pencil point.
Or little cut.
Yeah, so anything tiny that gets into your foot or your hand, I think you can actually use a tweezer to just, because the tweezer could be so focused, you see the little point, and you can direct it right at the point there, and you could just pull it out, right? Instead of having to open the area further. So that could be a quick way to fix a little injury, and it could prevent a lot of pain and prevent it from going further into your body and causing more problems. No problem. So always remember to clean your tweezer before using it as well. And why do we need, this is the second to last thing we're going to talk about. Why do we need this one?
To check your temperature.
Right, so this is a thermometer, right? So always remember to clean your thermometer before using it on somebody. If somebody has a fever, if they feel warm, right? If they're not feeling well, you want to check their temperature. A quick way, I'll demonstrate on Sana. You could turn it on, clean it first, turn it on, and you could put it right under their arms. And then you wait about 2 minutes, and then you may hear the thermometer beeping, depending on what type of thermometer you use. And then you'll see you'll see some numbers on it, right? These numbers will tell us if the person has a fever or not, or if their temperature is fine, or if they're too cold. Right, so a temperature monitors.
Especially when you have a high fever, you could use
it. Will definitely show that. So a thermometer measures temperature or how hot or how cold somebody's body is. Right, so there are a few.
Need thread.
Pardon me?
Need a needle and thread.
A needle and thread?
Need a needle and thread, yes. So you can glue it back together.
Or to sew people back together. You and Sana talking about surgeries. All right, so those are things that you may not do immediately, like in first aid. Some minor injuries we might sew back together.
But sometimes when you're having a baby and you have to sew it back.
Yes, so those things we would do more in hospital.
Solid back.
Right. And now I'm going to play two very short videos, a few seconds each, and these are to deal with bandages. So we spoke about 2 bandages. Well, we spoke about a few bandages, but I'm going to show you videos to how to basically tie or do 2 of them, right? One is the figure 8 bandage. So if I fall, I trip, and I sprain my ankle, I'll show you one video that we could just use a crepe bandage or a normal bandage just to tie on. That's a figure 8 bandage. So you'll see that. I think a lot of you may have seen that done before. And that could at least alleviate the patient or take away pain from the person until they can get to hospital for further care. Right, so I'll show you that video first, and then I'm going to show you one. If you injure your shoulder or your arm, we can tie a sling on it to keep it in position to prevent pain, further pain, and also to prevent further injury or to prevent the person from getting hurt further. Right, so Uncle Kevin will put it up first. So this one is the figure 8 bandage.
I don't find
the lower edge of the bandage at the base of the toes. Wrap either lateral or medial using 2 turns around the foot to anchor the bandage. Continue to wrap the foot and then proceed up and around the ankle, covering the Achilles tendon. Return over the ankle and down to secure the heel. Continue up the leg for 1/2 turn above the ankle. Come down over the tibia to form the first figure 8. You'll notice as you do this up the leg, you'll see a crisscross pattern.
Right.
Bandage up the leg in an alternating up and down pattern by overlapping bandage by 50%.
All right, so you all saw that?
Yeah.
So they started off at the base of the person's. Yes, so we started off at the base of the person's first, and then we wrapped it around, and then we went in a crisscross, across like this, so almost like an eight. How an eight crosses in the middle.
Except for
We cross it and we go around the ankle going up. Sana, you were saying something?
like when you do a crisscross with your leg.
Yeah, like a crisscross, so like a cross, and you go up the patient's ankle, and that helps secure the ankle, keep it in place. It actually helps settle any pain or swelling that may result from the injury, and it keeps things in place to not cause further injury. So we're going to look at one short video again, how to tie a sling if you've damaged your shoulder or arm.
The
injured side of the body. Lay the sling over the patient's body, aligning the arrow tip with the height of the elbow. Have the patient move the injured arm across their body, then take the bottom of the sling and fold it over the other shoulder. Fasten the sling at the shoulder with a knot, ensuring that the elbow is covered and supported by the sling. This can be done with a safety pin or another knot.
All right, so that one looks pretty simple. Who thinks they could tie that one?
Me.
Yeah. All right, so you see it's simple things we could do to help others when they have an injury. So that sling is a pretty common one. I remember some years ago we went to camp and Uncle Brian fell and we had to help him out by tying a sling on his arm because he hurt his arm badly, and it helped relieve some pain. Right, so you see how simple that is? We put one part. Oh boy.
How did he fall?
So when we meet up together, we'll have to demonstrate these things again, right? But you saw from the video, we put one,
My
we put one part of it over the shoulder, then you put the injured arm in front of the sling, and then you put the other one over that one, and you tie it behind in a knot, and that would keep it secured for a while until they can get to hospital for more help. So I have one more question for you, and I'll give you a few seconds to think about it. Can you think of any story in the Bible, any story at all, put on your thinking caps, any story at all where they use first aid in the Bible? Any story at all? All right, okay, the Good Samaritan. So Kaya, let mommy get that Bible and find where it's taken from, because we're going to read about it. So anybody else, first aid in the Bible. When did somebody help somebody who was injured, or even Jesus? When did Jesus help somebody that was injured to prevent further injury, to keep them alive, and to help fix them and help them get better?
I know.
Yeah.
When he helped the blind see again.
Yes. Okay, when Jesus helped the blind see, so Jesus did a lot of healing.
Too many.
Yeah.
Never too many.
Never too many. All right, so Kaya, you found, I believe, the Good Samaritan is found in Luke chapter 10. Anybody has any other examples? We'll read the Good Samaritan story, the part where he helped with first aid, that is. Anybody else? Any other examples in the Bible where first aid was used?
The lame man on the roof.
The lame man on the roof, okay. Yes, so he was injured as well, and Jesus healed him. Do you all remember the story when in the Garden of Gethsemane, when they came to get Jesus to take him to be crucified? Well, before crucifixion, there was this soldier that came for Jesus, and Peter got so upset that he cut off that guy's ear.
Yeah.
Y'all remember that?
Yeah. Yeah, but Jesus healed us.
Right, and Jesus took the ear and he put it back on. So he saved the man's life, right? He didn't die. And he prevented further injury, and he helped fix it so that the guy would get better. So that's an example, but we're going to read Kaya's story, the Good Samaritan. So turn to Luke 10, verse 33 and 34. And I want somebody to read it for me, please.
Thank you. I have a bandage arm.
Right, so
Please, may I read?
sure, go ahead. Verse 33 and 34 only, okay?
Okay, this one and that one.
I have a sling.
Let's listen. So everybody can turn Luke chapter 10, verses 33 and 34.
But thank you.
Yes, listen.
Put it down so that I could see at the same time. Go ahead.
But a
Certain Samaritan
as he journeyed came where he was, and when he saw him, he had
compassion.
on him,
This one.
and went to him and bounded up his wounds,
Pouring
in oil and wine, and set him on his own beast and brought him to an inn and took care of him.
Yes.
What is
All
a
right.
beast?
Excellent job, Kaya. All right, so we see that the Samaritan, he helped heal up somebody. He took care of somebody's wound, right? So that was a really good example of first aid, right? So I want us to remember that all of us, we've done this award now, so all of us can play a very important role in helping others and using first aid to help them too. So just to recap briefly.
Could somebody please help me, because I have a sling.
All right. So first aid is the first thing we do to help or assist somebody who is injured, whether it's something simple or something serious that requires further assistance later on. So it's the first thing you do, the first help that you give, right? And it's to preserve life. That means you want to keep them alive. It's to prevent further injury, which means you don't want them to get hurt further. And it's also to promote recovery, which means you want to fix it so that they feel better. All right, and we have all these little ways that we can help do first aid. So I want for our little activity when you go home, well, you're home, right? So when you have time, I want you, for those of us who don't have a first aid kit at home, I want you to take a little shoebox or some sort of box, and you're gonna make a little kit, and you're gonna put in all the things that we spoke about that we can use to help in certain situations, to help others to help with injuries. All right, so you all understood everything that was discussed. Any questions? Yes? Any questions? Anybody has any questions? Any of the children or Auntie Hassan, Kajaru?
No questions from me. I understood everything fully.
All right, thanks, Uncle Kajaru. All right, well, thank you for listening.
All right, thanks a lot.
Stay, Mommy, stay.
Thank you very much, Krystle, for that.
Very well.
All right. And we will call you again for our next one.
Right now.
No, not right now. All right, so everybody, so you hear the homework. The homework is to put together a first aid kit, right? And so next class, we're going to show off our first aid kit, okay? And there are certain things that you need to put in it. With Auntie Krystle, tell us that we need to put in what? Anybody can tell me what is one of the things? All right, everybody give me one thing that we need to put in the first aid kit.
It's scissors.
Scissors, all right. What else?
Tweezers.
Tweezers, what else?
Bandages.
Bandages, what else?
I know.
What?
You need gauze.
Gauze, what else?
Thermometer.
Thermometer, who else? Okay, what else?
Gloves.
Gloves, okay, what else? That's it.
Cotton.
Cotton, yes.
Scissors.
What else? What is it, Nathaniel?
A scissors.
Right, the scissors. But I'm not hearing anything. Okay, so we're saying scissors, glove, bandages. What about things to help with the cut? So we're not going to put stuff like alcohol swab so that we can clean the cut. Right? And she'll show us some of that. Right?
Iodine. And what? Iodine.
Iodine. Yeah, we need some medicine inside of there. All right, we just don't only need bandages and things, but we also need medicine. All right, because how are we going to treat the person cut or bandage or headache or something, right? So a first aid kit is not just only to treat cuts, but it's also to help to treat, like if somebody have the cold, right? Or if somebody have a headache, right? Things like that. Good. That is why I call it a first aid kit. Right? It's the first thing we do before the person goes to the hospital or the doctor, right? And right? Isn't that so?
Yes.
Right. Good. So I must thank Auntie Krystle for that first aid award, first aid helper award. Thank you very much. And the adventurers understand. So when you show me your first aid kit, then you will get the award. Then I will be able to give you what Auntie showed us. You see the cross, the red award with the cross. I will get it for you, and you'll put it on your sash. Is that so? Right? So next week, when I see the first aid kits, that the one that you make up, that you put together, that is when you get your award. All right? Parents who did not get the button award, I still have them. Just check me and you'll get the button award. All right? Good? All right, so let's recap, people. We was doing the family we only have about half an hour again. So let's do a little recap. So we was doing family. So let me go. Who is here? So let's go. Busy Bee. Let me see what you did for the family. Where are your books? Busy Bee.
Busy bee right here. Well, I hope you don't think that funny, but
What is that? That's a picture? Okay, so describe what you draw for me then.
I drew my mommy.
Uh-huh.
I drew my daddy. I drew my granny. I drew my grandpa.
Okay, and what they were doing? You just draw pictures of them?
Yeah, that was. I wrote something about them.
Okay, let me.
My grandpa is funny. My
Uh-huh.
granny is kind. My daddy is organized, and my mommy is clean.
That is so good. Great. All right. Who else? Who else? Who else in PCB? Okay, who else in PCB? Yes, Kaya. I know you missed last class. Are we in family? Are we on the page 25? Okay, you draw. Okay, yes. So tell me, describe to me what it is that you draw.
Everything I like about my family.
Okay, so tell me.
I like how Elena makes me laugh. Hello, who is that?
Elena makes you laugh. What else?
Point to the pictures. Mm-hmm.
I like how Elena makes me laugh.
Uh-huh.
And I like how Grandma makes me feel better. My grandma makes me feel better
when I'm sad.
Okay.
And I like how my mommy loves me.
Right.
And I like how Grandpa makes stuff for us. I also like how my daddy helps me. My daddy helps me with my homework.
Great. Great. Who else in BBB? Nathaniel, what did you do in your book? Nathaniel? Tell me for Eager Beaver, what it is that, let me see your book. I'm pulling up your book right now. Nathaniel, you're supposed to do the family, right? Okay. It have a part helping at home. Did you do the helping part at home?
Yeah.
Or what did you do?
What is helping on again?
Helping at home. We're supposed to help at home. What did you do?
I'd help clean.
You help clean?
Help clean the place.
You help clean the place? Okay, on page 30, they say, what body parts do you use to help at home? What body parts?
My hands.
Yes, your hands. Very good. And on page 31, you're supposed to circle 3 ways you can help at home. Did you circle it? That's in your book.
Yeah.
Okay.
I circled.
What you circle?
How to wash wares.
Right. Washing wares. What else?
I circled how to help wash the car.
What's the car?
And help mop the floor.
Mop the floor. Okay, great. And it have a chart. I think you're supposed to do for each week. You gotta put a sticker of the ways you help at home for 1 week. All right? Good. So next week I'll ask mommy. I'm not gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask mommy or ask daddy. What did you do to help? Okay. All right. Okay. So Sunbeam. Who in Sunbeam? That's Safia and who's in Sunbeam? Liam. Liam, he wasn't here last week, and we start my family award. Right?
Yeah, I wasn't there last class.
Right. So you're supposed to ask members of your family or tell us of their favorite memories.
Okay.
All right, so I will excuse you. Safia, you hear me? Oh, you're in the car. Safia, what is one of your favorite memories or any one of your family favorite memories that you're supposed to write in your book on page 25? Safia?
My grandma. My grandma. Going to the beach together.
Went to the beach together with your grandma? All right. Okay. Who else?
Yeah.
Sunbeam.
Malachi.
Oh, I'm not seeing Malachi here.
On this is Malachi's mommy's phone.
Malachi here.
Yeah.
Because I want to know who's this.
Sorry.
Okay, Malachi.
The other
Okay,
Malachi.
Malachi, tell me. Tell me what is one of your favorite memories?
My brother's birthday.
And today is his birthday?
No,
Okay, great. So we will sing happy birthday after.
no, tell us not.
No, not her birthday.
Not today.
Not today.
It was earlier this year.
It was earlier this year.
Oh, it was earlier this year. Oh, okay. So it was, all right. Okay, so yes, what is one of your favorite memories? Your birthday, you say, Malachi?
No, my brother's birthday.
Huh?
Right, my brother's birthday.
My brother's birthday.
Your brother's birthday was one of your favorite memories?
Brother's birthday. His brother's birthday.
Or today is his brother's birthday?
No, his brother's birthday was earlier this year. So we
Oh.
had COVID inside.
Oh.
Anything for them because they were at home locked up inside. So there was a treasure hunt. Malachi, tell the story.
We play games together.
Okay.
And things.
And
play.
things. Mommy, explain it more.
Right. So there we did a treasure hunt so that they would get stuff to go in their party bags, and we did games like Pin the Tail on the Donkey and that kind of thing, which is in his memory, in his book.
Okay, great. That is so good, Malachi. That is lovely. Right. Okay, so we're going on to builders.
Auntie Hester?
Yes.
Elena wants to tell you the activity she did with her family this week.
Okay, Elena, tell me what activity is that?
Help prepare for the Sabbath.
You help prepare for Sabbath. That's little lamb. Little lamb. What little lamb was supposed to do? Yes, let me get the book open.
Participate in 3 family activities.
Oh, there was a. Okay, okay. So she helped. Okay, so.
What else? You help prepare.
What else again?
Worship.
What else?
I help worship.
You worship.
Oh, what else? What about in the kitchen?
Help clean.
You help clean.
What about food?
I help prepare for the Sabbath.
What about food? You help prepare food.
I help prepare food.
Okay.
Good.
Nice girl. I hope mommy wrote down everything.
I did.
Okay, and mommy, you could do. You don't need to do the family tree. Like how the book have it. You could do it any way how you want.
Okay.
But
All right.
But if it is yeah, but it must take a picture of it, or if it's something that you're doing, I know like the tree. You just put the name. Just make sure and put it in the book, right, and stick it right there in the book.
Okay, we have one where we could use a handprint,
right,
and use felt to create the leaves and branches. So we'll do something.
Yes, yes. Be creative. Anything you don't need to do what is in the book.
Okay, all right. Thanks.
You could do your own thing.
All right, thank you.
Right, Elena, did you sing the Helping Hand song? You have to go on the net to figure out that song. When I see someone falling down, I will lift them up. How to get that song?
No, we didn't. I don't know that
song. All right. So next time you'll hear you sing the song. All right, Elena? All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's on to the thank you, but Elena. Now on to builders. And that's Azaria. Azaria.
Miss, I didn't finish it.
You didn't finish it? Okay. You was to share one way your family have changed and tell how you felt and what you did. All right. So any major changes in your family?
We all got baptized.
You all got baptized. And how you felt about that?
I felt happy because we were glad to be a part of God's family.
Great. And so in the Bible family, which one did you circle?
Philippian jailer's family.
Right, because the whole family are baptized, right? Because the family is like mine because
Because we were all baptized.
great. Very well. Very good. Very good. Okay, and tell me what are the things that you did to appreciate your family this week?
Miss, I didn't do that one.
You didn't do that one, so you didn't appreciate nobody in your family this week? It don't have to be activity that in your book, you know. You're supposed to appreciate your people, your family all the time. I ain't do nothing nice for
I
anybody this
made
week.
breakfast for mommy.
You what?
I made breakfast for mommy.
You made breakfast. Yes, because it don't have to be something that we have activities that we have to do in our book, you know. It's something that we do anytime. Appreciating our family is something that we do at any time. All right. Thank you, Azaria. Azalea, I still have that copy that I gave your mom to do for the banner, but I want to see, did you draw your plans for the banner?
No, but I'll write it.
You're right.
Yeah,
So
on page 29.
on page 29. So what did you write? What is the plan?
I'm going to write our family motto, memorable activities, hobbies and things that we like.
So then now we're going to sketch your flag or your banner. Now we are doing a banner, right? Not flag. We are doing a banner. So
Yeah,
you're going to sketch what it is that we plan, and then you're going to actually make it. You know that, right?
yeah.
Glad you know that. Okay. Did you do the family, the special family worship or family night or family outing during a that is on page 31? You think about it? Action strips. Not as
Yeah.
yet. You did that?
No, not as yet.
Okay, so we're coming up to the close. So next week we will um look at, well, we have 3 awards that we're going to do because I think it's about 3 awards or 4 awards. Each class have an award, I think. Yes, each class have an award to do. We have safety award. We have the safety specialist award. Um, we send you the video already for the safety, so please watch the video. Sunbeam have road safety award, and we send you the link already for the road safe for a video, so please watch that video. Builders have um what award? Stuart, White Stuart award. And I would like you, Azaria, you need to read Malachi 3, 8 to 10, and we will be watching the widow and the mite, I think. I forget. Okay, when I get which Bible story we're gonna look at, right? But you're supposed to read Malachi 3, 8, and 10. Helping hand. Okay. We just did first aid helper, right? So you could tick off that because you're supposed to earn an adventure award in one of the following areas. And you could tick off that one as failure, right? Look, we will do our next award, but that's something that you'll do home. I'm looking for an award that you could do home, okay? Eager Beaver. You either do the pet chip if you have a pet or toy chip. Nathaniel, do you have a, oh yes, Natalia, and you have a pet home? Right, so you could do the pet chip, right? You're supposed to draw and color pictures of your favorite pets, right? What your pet eat, and you're supposed to take care of your pet for the week. Okay, Nathaniel? All right, so you just do the pet award, pet chip award.
Okay. Yes.
All right. BCB, I need you to go around your home, all right, and look at the dangers in your home.
Auntie Esther.
As and you're supposed to develop a fire safety plan with your parents. So you need to go around your home after you watch the video, because I did put it, I think Jerome did put it up. The safety, home safety award, I mean, it's home safety video, right? You need to go around your home and develop a home fire safety plan, right? You hear me? That's Sana and Kaya. Who else? Yeah. All right. So next week we will discuss what. Next week we will do the other award. All right. So Jerome, back to you. You could take over.
Okay, so we're wrapping up now.
Yeah, we're wrapping up.
Okay, so everyone, thank you for coming out. We had a lovely session this afternoon. So we know all that we have to do. We understand our homework, right? I think we didn't talk to Jennifer. Jennifer, you finished all your stuff? All right. Okay. All right, no problem. Keep working on it, right? And yeah, so thank you all for coming out. Okay, so we are going to close off now. That'll be the end of our club meeting this afternoon. We'll be back next week for the continuation of my family. So let's go through the closing procedures and then we'll pray to close off and you all can head up. All right, so adventurers, attention. Aha. All right, so attention everywhere. Okay, so we are going to do the pledge. Present arms. 3, 4. Because
Jesus
loves me, I will
always do my best.
All right. Order arms. Unmute the mics, please, so we can hear you. Unmute your mic so we can hear you as we go through the proceedings. Okay, so the adventurer law, 3, 4. Jesus
wants me to be
Obedient,
more
pure,
Be true, be kind, be respectful, be
gentle,
attentive, be helpful, be careful,
careful.
be thoughtful, be reverent.
Right, very good.
be
Very good.
reverent.
Adventurer song, 3, 4.
We
We
are
are
adventurers.
adventurers,
Much cool.
too much
We
cool
are
activities.
adventurers.
So I
Learning every
will
day to be honest, kind, and true. To be like Jesus,
like
true and true.
and true.
We
We
are
are
adventurers. One more time. We are
adventurers. We are
adventurers.
adventurers.
We are adventurers. We're learning every day to be honest, kind, and true. To be like Jesus, true and true. We are adventurers.
to be like Jesus through and through. We are
Okay. All right. Okay, so yes, you can have your seats. Okay, so as I said, thank you for coming.